Late Show. I'm Stephen Colbert, and I'm happy to be with all of you tonight. It's nice to be a nice crowd like
That's
this.
right.
And to be with you people tonight really makes me feel warm and safe because we are 12 and a half hours away from Donald Trump's inauguration. It's real. It's real. You know, it's happening. We all knew this day would come. It's inevitable. Like death and never seeing his taxes. Today, I don't know if you guys were watching the TV this afternoon. This took me by surprise a little bit. Trump flew to Washington on a government plane that looked eerily like Air Force One. And when I say he flew, I don't mean he flew the plane. I mean, you wouldn't want to trust something that important to someone with zero experience. It'd be very dangerous. It'd be very dangerous to all the passengers. All the passengers. He was accompanied, of course, by beautiful future First Lady Melania, who dressed in Mr. Trump's favorite style, Russian spy. No one is really sure what Trump is going to do in office. It's a grab bag. But this week, he explained to the Washington Post how he plans to deliver on his hat's campaign promise.
How are people going to know that America is a great again? It's a subjective
thing. Because I'm going to tell them.
Yeah. He's going to tell them. Okay? America will be great when he says it is. Okay? Yeah. It's like your dad saying, "You love Colonial Williamsburg. We drove all the way down here from St. Louis. You are having fun, mister. This is fun." We drove here in an 18-wheeler. I'm jackknifing. Trump knows the one way to make all people feel great is military parades.
And we're going to show the people, as we build up our military, we're going to display our military. We're going to display it. That military may come marching down Pennsylvania Avenue. That military may be flying over New York City and Washington, D.C.
Yes. He's going to show our military in totally non-threatening ways by flying it over two cities full of people that did not vote for him. Okay? I will pull this F-14 around, sir. Now, I gotta say, that sounds a little spooky. But President-elect Trump is just taking inspiration from some of the greatest democracies in history, like North Korea, Russia, and China. See, that guy was so excited, he wanted to be at the head of the tank parade. I, for one, cannot wait for next year's Macy's parade when Snoopy is replaced by an F-15. Of course, if Trump really wants to review the military marching down Pennsylvania Avenue, he's gonna need a brand new haircut.
We gotta get a new dude.
Looks good. But I don't want anybody to be afraid that he's going to be a dictator, okay? There's absolutely no proof. There's no hint. I'm sure he's going to be very warm. He's going to be very loving. He's not going to crush anybody underneath his hobnailed boot. And to allay everyone's fears tonight, they have a concert down in front of the Lincoln Memorial. It's called the inaugural concert the night before. And, of course, the president is there. And he always enters to music. But instead of Hail to the Chief, our new loving president entered to...
This heart of stone.
He entered to Heart of Stone.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
I hope he was talking about the statue of Lincoln behind him. What else is going on? Senate hearings began today for former Texas Governor Rick Perry to become our new Secretary of Energy, which is kind of awkward. Hold on. I think there's a herd of Texas cattle in here. It is a little awkward for him because back in 2011, Perry said he wanted to abolish the Department of Energy, sort of.
It's 3 agencies of government when I get there that are gone. Commerce, education, and the, what's the third one there? Let's see.
Remember back when we thought someone could be too dumb to be president? Those were good times. But this morning, Rick Perry changed his, I want to say, mind.
My past statements made over 5 years ago about abolishing the Department of Energy do not reflect my current thinking. In fact, after being briefed on so many of the vital functions of the Department of Energy, I regret recommending its elimination.
Now that he knows what the department does, he likes it. I remember hitting puberty and feeling the same way about my man parts. They're, what's happening? So they're not just in the way when I run? They serve a purpose, then I'm not gonna eliminate them, huh? According to the New York Times, Perry originally thought the job of Secretary of Energy was being a global ambassador for the American oil and gas industry, but now he knows he'll be in charge of the United States nuclear arsenal. And as one member of the transition team put it about Perry's education, it's been a learning curve. But come on, how hard could it be? It's not like understanding our intercontinental ballistic missile system takes a rocket scientist. I mean, the outgoing Secretary of Energy, Ernest Moniz, is only a nuclear physicist. Meanwhile, in college, Perry studied animal husbandry. Which means he knows how sheep do it. That will come in handy in the nuclear afterscape. Got to raise the sheep to trade them for, like, potable water and women. Look. Everybody calm down. We can trust the guy with the nukes, who was governor of Texas, for God's sake, okay? Right. He was on Dancing with the Stars. Tell my wife I love her. We've got a great show for you tonight. The Big Bang Theory, Johnny Galecki is here. But when we come back, I'll be joined by an old friend to do the word. Stick around.